Welcome back to God, Gains, and Grit. Today we're talking about gains, not just how we train, but why we train. So we're back with the boys, TJ, Cam, Brandon, Paul. How you doing, boys?
Sore. Yeah.
Consensus. We're all sore.
Consensus sore.
The duster.
I mean, my quads are sore, but apparently Cam's ankles are sore. I didn't even know ankles could
Yeah, what
be
happened
sore.
with that, brother?
Man. It's I guess it's lack of flexibility.
Not doing your 90-90.
You got rickety ankles.
Yeah.
Well, he was getting the full.
I was bouncing my butt off the ground.
Dude.
So.
Yeah, no, there was a few people who were going low enough. Hip crease below the knees.
Go low.
Dude, you were
There's some people
You
were not
sent it.
getting that.
I was going for a full rep.
weighted vest and 40 pounds.
Dude, you want to be able to hit heavy?
Didn't you bail in the weighted vest?
I
barely?
did after the second one. So we hit the full 100-yard, the 90-yard. At that point, I couldn't breathe.
Give a
Same.
quick duster overview.
I was going to say, give a synopsis
For the peeps.
So our workout this weekend was called the Duster.
Death by thruster.
Death by thruster. So we were at a field, 100-yard field. Start on the one end zone, 15 thrusters. Run down to the other end line and back. Carry your weight to the 10, 14 thrusters. Down to the end zone and back. Carry your weight to the 20, 13,
etc.
so on and so forth until you get to the other end. So at the end of the day, you're doing about 110 thrusters, I think.
It's
And,
105, 110. Yeah.
and then you're
running
Almost
close to
a mile?
It's like 3/4 miles, yeah.
Yeah, that's
so most people finish in 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
We
It
finished.
did not matter the time though. I thought I like wimped out. Like I was like, this only took me 15 minutes. You were several
Oh,
guys were
I
still
was
going,
25 minutes.
and I only took like little weight, so I didn't think it was going to be that good. But I hated my stairs all weekend.
Yeah. Well,
I
I
hate
think
my toilet seat.
prior. It's just testing it out, making sure that when you get to 15, you should be tired.
for
Or
sure.
maybe use weight that you think you can only make it to 12.
In the moment, my shoulders, I was like, oh, my shoulders are gonna be dead.
Not that bad.
During the workout, it was killing.
Yeah.
But now it's shifted all down to legs. To the
Well, your
Tree
shoulders
City.
probably hurt, but your quads hurt more.
Yes.
So that's why.
Yeah, that was brutal. That was a good.
Yeah, the Saturday workouts are going to be legendary. Like those are. So now we're going to switch.
Now Brandon.
Brandon's going to bring the pain.
Oh, yeah.
Easy
This next one's
workout.
workout, I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
No, I mean the whole
High
goal
rocks.
is
It's like a high rock simulation type workout.
Yeah.
the goal is to get different people to
Yeah.
actually participate and make different workouts. So we all try something different. And
Yeah.
I mean, I like the workouts that I choose, but I think everybody's got their own flair and their own. I mean, this guy likes to do marathons and
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
running.
We knew there's.
not and swimming
Brandon and I
and
are like on
biking.
the opposite sides of
Yeah.
workout.
He's swimming.
We're
you're
coming back.
drowning.
We'll be in the middle. I'm running, you're tripping.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So one of the main tenets, one of the main tenets of this podcast, obviously, is gains. So we're going to start there. Today's episode is obviously about that. So, Brandon, you said last time that you are super interested in when somebody says something can't be done or it's
Yeah.
difficult, you gravitate towards it. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta give me that a moment to like simmer. But yeah, no, I stand by that for sure. So I think in the
Let me ask this.
yeah.
Maybe I should rephrase.
Yeah.
Why? Why do you keep coming back? Why do you keep going to the difficulty of these workouts?
Yeah, I think in the past, that's been driven a lot by I think unhealthy fear, and I think a lot of people can probably relate to that of like fear of not doing enough or not being enough. I don't know where that stems from, but I think to an extent that's still a little bit of the motivation. To be honest, like that's just like full vulnerability here. Like there's definitely an aspect of that. I don't know how much that's like an unhealthy fear versus like a fear of complacency is not necessarily a bad thing. But that over the years has transitioned for me into a different role now that I'm a father and wanting to be a solid example for my kids. And I heard someone make an example about this recently, and it rang totally true to me. It's like if you want your kids to be patient, you gotta make them wait for stuff. if you want them to be strong, you have to like make them go through hard things so that they can be tough, like in the end. And so and we all know too, it's really hard to tell your kids to do something or to be like, hey, you need to be tough, versus showing them like what toughness is. Kids learn 100% off of what we do, and like maybe every once in a while they pick up on what we say, but I mean they're just like our little mirrors. They follow us around. So if I want my kids to be strong, I need to show them what that looks like. I want to be tough. I want to be patient, and then I mean that's just with like weightlifting and stuff like that, but all that transitions into other aspects of life too. But it goes beyond that with being kind to your wife, you were talking about last week, and so that's what it's become for me. It's just being a good example for my kids.
Cam, what do you have?
Yeah, I mean, to play off that, it's so true. Like, we have a chore chart for our 6-year-old, and we put like push-ups and workout stuff on there a little bit, and it's like pulling teeth. It doesn't work. Usually my workouts are either with the boys or they're at the gym, and then the last couple of weeks I've just been too busy, so it's a 15-minute kettlebell workout in the garage or whatever. And she comes out and she sees that, and then I walk out there and she's made up her own workout and she's doing it on herself or by herself now. And yeah, that example is so much more than words. But for me, it's really similar to there's so much, life has so much to offer. And when you're not fit, like you're not making it to that sunrise hike, or you're not taking your family places. And if you're, I mean, pull David Goggins into this, there's a lot of, I think, stuff about yourself that you're not going to learn until you're in those hard moments. And so for me, I want to be able to provide for my family, whether that's in hard, dangerous times, or every day at the park. You know, I think I mentioned it before. We're a couple miles into the hike, and both my girls at that point are done. I made them hike they made about 4 miles to think, which is pretty good for a 6 and
You told me they didn't get food for the next 3 days. Though.
Yeah. You know, I got your sandwiches.
on the fishing line.
You just stayed a little
just
further
kidding.
away. Got your dollar. But got your dollar.
Yeah, but so having the ability to put both of them on and finish the rest of the hike is like, that's something I really enjoy. Or
Would you say you have to carry the boats and the logs?
yes, someone's got to carry the boats.
Do it.
Just gonna do it as kids do, apparently. Yeah, I feel like, for me, I feel like a lot of it comes from like just like a competitive mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Like similar, kind of what you said last week about like I see somebody doing something hard and I'm like, I bet I could do that, or I want to try. And so like I've gravitated towards like like CrossFit is something that I love. I burn it out way too quick because of how competitive I am. Like I find a person that I feel like I can match in the gym, and I'm like, they've been there for years, and I've been like a trial week, and I'm like, I'm gonna get, and I do it, but then I'm just like dead. So like the competitiveness, I think, drives me to go to the Saturday workouts, specifically like jiu-jitsu. It's all about like man on man. So it's like, are you stronger? Are you capable of
or man on woman.
No.
Maybe for you.
Yeah, that's what I brought that up.
No, like I think just having that challenge of like, can you best somebody in what you're doing? But to both of your guys' points, like, our children being witnesses to us doing things difficult, like, or doing things that are challenging, ultimately when they have the opportunity to face challenges, obstacles, and things like that, like, they've seen it passed down. They've seen examples of their parents doing hard things and being able to get through it and be on the other side. So I think as I've grown to be a father and having kids that are like starting to do sports, my focus of working out is becoming more about like, man, I want my kids to see me doing things that are difficult and challenging, because then when I'm like I'm not just telling them you can do it, just keep working at it, and I'm, overweight and not athletic and can't even, I'm not leading by example.
That's funny because I remember when we did the longest mile, and you and Silas, you guys showed up together with 5 minutes late, and at the end, I think we were walking down the stairs. And you go, Paul, what time did you get? And I was like, I think I got 57.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, yeah, I beat you.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness, that's really funny because you had arrived late, but I had finished before you.
Yeah.
But you had beat me by 30 seconds or 45 seconds. And
5 minutes or 6 minutes or something.
I don't quite remember, but
Blurry on the details, but it's probably 5 minutes.
that's really funny. I mean, I think it's always important to be that example. You bring up a really good point on that desire to know if you're enough. And I read a book about what young men want and what young women want from their parents, and specifically from their father. And young men are looking to have the question answered: Am I enough? Am I strong enough, Dad? And when am I who I am? Am I strong enough to do what I need to do? And for girls, what they're looking for is, what am I worth to you, Dad? Am I valuable enough for you? And I think that hits home, right? As we grow up, we do look to our fathers of am I strong enough? Am I doing well enough? And obviously, our earthly fathers, they're gonna fail. But I love that about God. He's like, no, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
But I love you anyways, and you don't have to be, because I am.
I'm glad you went there because I was worried you were going to say our father is like, yes, you're strong enough. And no, we're not.
We're not.
We all
We're not.
We're all not.
No.
You can always count on Paul's theology.
Yeah, no, that was solid.
He's there.
Couldn't take
Yeah.
the wrong turn.
No.
That was great.
Absolutely, and that's why I like being in a group of guys. Is someone can call you out, even if you're just saying something that is just off the cuff. You can still get good, solid theology from the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other thing is, I think we have a duty to try and stay attracted to our wives. I mean,
All right.
I think that's important.
Yeah.
Important.
I kind of tie into that is society is you get old and you just you can't move anymore and you get sick, and it's no, you got to keep working your body. You got to keep maintaining these movements, that flexibility, and you get old because you stop doing these things.
Yeah.
Yes. No, that's actually a huge motivating factor for me too. People, I mean, it's all the time. It's with kids too. It's oh, now you got kids. Just wait.
Yeah.
Those comments are dude, that's fuel
all the time.
For
It
those-
just makes me.
When you're
For those out there, though,
Yeah.
when you do have kids,
Yeah.
you do pack on some weight. Let's just say, but prior to kids, I was much lighter than I am now.
100%.
But
you just went through a season of bulk.
Yeah.
It's a long
giant-
season.
dirty bulk.
It's a dirty bulk.
It's going to make the chisel down
Dude,
that
yeah.
much better.
Yeah.
You know?
Blow up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been watching.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's interesting.
We're gonna
I
follow that in the next series. That's right.
like how Paul, when he's talking with Timothy, in 1 Timothy 4, he talks about how 1 Timothy 4:8, for while bodily training is of some value, godliness is of value in every way, as it holds a promise for the present life and also for the life to come. First, Paul does acknowledge that working out has value, which I think is just really awesome in the Bible. Paul being a small little man who then went on to be one of probably the greatest missionaries of all time.
The goat.
The GOAT. And I mean, can you imagine how physically fit he had to have been to withstand multiple shipwrecks?
Stonings.
And
Stonings, beatings,
Not to mention all the miles he traveled.
dude, yeah, and loss.
Marathon,
He was ultra
ultra-marathoner.
marathon. He started that.
He got his 10,000 steps
Right.
every day.
Oh yeah.
And he also talks a lot
They
about
had to count them, though.
being physically fit and trying to bring that in with spirituality. So he talks about running the race. A lot of his pictures of spirituality are physical pictures, and so that to me makes me think that Paul had some type of a love for sports. Hopefully, maybe working out of some sort.
Yeah.
So I think that's really cool.
It is.
Yeah, I feel like God gives us the opportunity to do difficult things and then gives us more opportunity and more opportunity. You know the old adage that he'll keep giving it to you until you learn the lesson. To me, like I was the same way. I was really thin and athletic through, like when I got married, I was like 150, 160 pounds. And then it changed really fast. And then you get kids and then you get a business, and it's like that season was neglected. And I think for my why, if you will, of why I'm so interested, I think there is some, like last week you were talking about FOMO. There's a little bit of FOMO. It's like the boys are working out on Saturday. I can't sleep. You do feel some sort of way. Like I overslept the other day. I was like, I woke up and I just felt so bad. Everybody's texting about the workout. And I was like rolling out of bed, drinking coffee. And it's like, wow, you're such a schlub, you know? It's like.
Don't be a sluggard.
Yeah, it was a sluggard situation, yeah. But I think just my kids are a huge deal. My wife is very kind, so she's not the one to be like, hey, you could get fit for me, you know, or anything. She wouldn't say it, even if she thought it. But the kids are getting to the age where they're giving you feedback, and it's brutal. They're so rude.
What do they call you? What do they call you?
Well, they'll just say, oh, look, Dad's fat, or they'll literally, my daughter is the sweetest girl in the world. She'll come up and pat my stomach and just be like, I like you fat. And I was like, how dare you?
She checks you out the ball.
The thing is, your kids are awesome.
I'm not. But it's like, you know that you've been shirking. You know, you have not been rising to the level. I mean, the other day, it's like, I've always had this strength. So I thought that just being strong, you would like prove something to your family or something. But specifically the kids, they have a way of humbling you in a lot of ways. And I came to a point where I was just like, I don't want to be the fun fat dad, you know? It's like, I wasn't fat.
The
like
jolly old.
But I mean, like I was way bigger than I should have been. And I think that's where it was like, suddenly I was like, okay, like what do I want to teach my kids? You know, what do I want? Do I want them to be like, well, you know, do we need to work out? Do we need to do hard things? I think for me, it's less about working out and more about showing the kids that hard things. I tell my son this all the time, but I'm just like, he's like, I don't like it. That's hard. And I'm like, yeah, life's hard. Like everything you do in life is hard in various ways. And so picking something that is, you know, the phrase I keep hearing is choose your hard, because it's going to be hard. You're going to choose this hard. And it's whether it's in work or marriage or working out, it's like choose your hard and then just decide that that's going to be the way you do it.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say that actually brings up the next point I was gonna talk about is go-to styles. Like what hard are you choosing? So you obviously have been the guy who explains and creates these diabolical workouts on Saturday. So what's your go-to style for working out?
Probably go-to style is more of a CrossFit-esque kind of a style. I really enjoy that type of a workout. I think throwing weights around is great. I think it's tough for a new beginner to jump into CrossFit if they don't have a pretty good background in weightlifting. So if you're not used to what a power clean is or how to do a proper squat or a proper deadlift, it can be dangerous because you start thinking, well, I should be able to do X amount of weight and I should be able to do, you know, all these different exercises. But if you're not doing the proper movements and you don't have the proper mobility, then you're probably going to get hurt within the first week or so. So I know everybody that's been coming to the workouts has a pretty good foundation in weightlifting, and so doing something that's more CrossFit-esque, like what we did this past weekend with the duster, or do some type of AMRAP, I think that's super solid. It's a quick, easy, get your heart rate up, and it's challenging.
Yeah. I've hit on all sorts of different types of workouts through my fitness evolution, I guess you'd say. So in college, it was purely strength training for me, and that sort of actually shifted. It shifted after college. I didn't start running until probably 3 or 4 years ago again. So before, you guys think of me as I run a lot. It's dude, I hated running before. And this actually is just kind of sort of a side topic, but that shifted for me because I don't know how many years ago it was, maybe 5 years ago, was diagnosed with an autoimmune condition. And I went years of struggling. I played college baseball for a year and I ended up having to quit because I physically couldn't do it anymore. I was every couple weeks I was like completely bedridden. I couldn't walk. I mean, let alone run.
You're weak.
Yeah, man, it was really bad. And so the running actually came about because it was something that I couldn't do because of like all the inflammation I was facing. So it became like almost like a fixation of like I want to get healthy enough to where I can run again. And so now the running has continued for me. I still love weightlifting, so I mix both of those. But the running has continued for me because it's given me like a new gratitude for like, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful I can run. Like it's amazing. But before, man, I hated running. So it's funny how that can change your perspective like that. But
yeah, I feel like the variety, especially as of late, is like it's awesome. Because like it always seems like there's something different at the workouts. Like we've done a multitude of different workouts, and like the variety. You're not going and doing the same workout every Saturday, which again I'm compulsive, so I'm like I like something new, and then doing jujitsu 3 times a week, like that is a complete shift from like Saturday workouts. Like this is something that's like it's like chess, right? It's like like how can you best the person that you're going against, and you have a move, they counter it, vice versa, and it's like a mental strength, mental game. Also, incredible workout. Like, leave like a sweaty mess. And then running, like distance running. I just love being out and like just getting out and breathing the fresh air and finding the pace that you can like settle into. Like that's one thing I love about running is like it humbles you. Like if you get out too fast and you're feeling good, you can tank really quickly. And so like even there's like a mental game there, like finding where you can really find your groove. I
love the clarity it provides too, like how it gives you that space to think while you're exercising.
Yeah.
I mean,
The thought life that you can have for
I mean, if you're out for like an hour long, like just an easy run where you're just cruising, like you find that flow state, there's so many things you can process.
I've heard about this.
Yeah.
Heard about this.
Yeah, but you haven't experienced it. Yeah, that's right.
Still haven't been there. I was talking to Silas, a mutual friend of all of us, and I was like, I don't get this flow state that everybody talks about where you get into a groove and you're like, I can run forever. I've never reached it. And he looked at my stuff. He's like, "Oh, that's because your heart rate's 160 when you're running." He's like, "That means you're running too fast." He's like, "You need to keep your heart rate like 120, 130." He's like, "That's comfortable." I was like, "I'd be running like a 15-minute mile."
Where you got to start, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, "Yeah, that's where you start."
Run slower to go faster.
Yeah.
No, when I started running again, like 3-4 years ago, I started with that, like, it's like zone 2 training, right? So you want to keep your heart rate. For me, it's like 140 and under-ish, right around there. And I remember the first time I went out and tried to do that, it was like, I was running like 1,200 miles. And I felt like I was shuffling, like walking. I'm like, what am I doing out here? But like, you just continue like day by day doing that, man. It gets so much better.
Yeah. Just saying consistency.
Oh, yeah.
It's also like, I've heard people talk about running is similar to like weight training. Like if you go into the gym and you try and max out every day, you're not gonna grow and have an endurance for it. So like, there is an ideology of to learn how to run further and faster, you have to start slow. It's like you naturally will want to run faster, but you need to slow down and run slower to then be able to build up your endurance to run faster. Mm-hmm. So it's like super counterintuitive. Like you're like, I'm almost walking. And it's like, but if that's what it takes to like get into flow, have your body start to recognize that this is something you're doing, then you need to start slow.
Yeah, so for me, I think my foundation started with football workouts. So you're getting a lot of endurance there, obviously. And then that transitioned into weight training as well in the mornings when you get into high school, whatnot. So that was a foundation. And then I was always active, did some CrossFit with buddies throughout. And then it's kind of the opposite for me. When kids came along, I stopped working out. Always been active. I'm in construction. I'm always hiking. I'm always doing these. So always active, but specifically working out, I just wasn't really. And then I got to a point where I'm, again, the opposite. I look in the mirror, I'm like, dude, you are skinny. Like, I didn't like it.
I would
So
be blessed.
Mm.
I know it's.
I used to be that way.
You guys are trying to drop weight. I'm trying to gain weight. I've been 165 for about 13 years straight. 160.
What are you at now?
178.
There you go.
So,
Wrong, baby.
You're eating like 300 grams of protein every day or something?
Okay, yeah. I mean,
It's all going straight to his calves.
it is.
all in the calves.
It is. I'm trying
That's
to get
why your
it
ankles
in the
hurt.
chest. Yep. Yeah.
Weight of the calves.
But-
Just kill me.
Yeah. So recently for me though, it's more CrossFit, calisthenic. I like the functional aspect of that. We're talking about, you get old when you stop working out. So for me, I focus a lot on flexibility, moving your body, using your body, because people are like, oh, don't twist like that. You're going to pull something. Well, that's because you don't twist like that. But if your body is meant to. So if you keep these things moving, lubricated, you're gonna feel a lot better throughout your day. So that's kind of my style. And then I don't always get full workouts in, but I have like a couple pull-up bars around the house, or 20 push-ups a day is a lot more beneficial than you think if you're not actually doing anything. That's how I actually started. Was like I didn't have a gym yet when I was getting back into things. So I just did 40 push-ups in the morning while I was waiting for my smoothies to spin. And then, I started seeing a little bit of gains from that. And then little by little, I actually sold a washer to a gym owner in Canby. And then through there, I started going to his gym.
Bro, I had the same experience. I bought this watch from, I didn't know, I was on Facebook Marketplace, but it was the owner of a gym across the gym. I'd never done CrossFit.
Yeah.
And this is super cocky of me. I went in there and I bought the watch from him. And I'm like, hey, can you give me this watch for free if I do more pull-ups than you? And he just looked at me like, you dummy. And I was like, I'm just kidding, bro. And I left, but then I ended up texting him and came back and worked out. So I'm super.
But seriously, can we try?
I was so confident. I'm like, I'll kill this guy. Anyway, I still paid for the watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I work out enough to have a style. It's like, I like I like jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu, it's mostly competitive. CrossFit to me is more about you get to do it along with someone else. I'm super ADHD in my brain, so I can't go into a gym and just work my way through a normal workout. It's too boring. My mind is just all over the place. So it's the competitive aspect of doing it along with someone else, seeing how fast he's going and try to keep up. Same with jiu-jitsu. It's just like you have a 140-pound guy who can choke you in 3 seconds, and you're just like, that can't happen. Like, I weigh way more than him. I should be able to beat him up. So it's like the competitive aspect that keeps you coming back. You're like, oh, I got to figure this out. And it is chess. It is mental chess. It's like dynamic decision making, where every decision is constantly changing as you make the decision, because they're giving you their feedback, and so you're always just changing your mind and going to something else. So those are some of the things that keep me mentally engaged as well as physically engaged. But why are we doing all this? What is the goal?
In terms of like active goals and like things that I'm challenging myself with, I have a jiu-jitsu competition, first one that I'm ever doing in September. So that's like 3 months out. So that'll be fun. And then we just talked about this yesterday, but in April, I'm going to jump in and do the Eugene Marathon with you and Silas. So that's...
I hadn't fully committed to that yet.
Well, you are
now. I am.
Now you
I
are.
brought it up to him like,
Yeah.
hey, you should do this with us, bro. And I'm like, I haven't even.
Yeah.
Hey, Lindsay.
So what? That's we're in June. So that's like 9 months.
Yeah, it's a long
I
time.
think we can manage that. But the long term goal of all of this, I think I already talked about, is just that my kids grow up seeing myself and my wife being active, doing things that are difficult, so we can set that example. Like, I don't want to be a do as I say and not as I do dad with my children. You got to do this because you got to do hard things. You got to be fit, and I'm not. Like, that's just like, come on. And it goes back to like, Jesus is the perfect example. He's a perfect human. That bar that's the highest bar you can reach. Nobody's ever going to reach it, but we have an example of somebody who did it perfectly, that we can follow. And so it's like, if we are active and we are doing things that are difficult, and our kids see that, and we're their bar, right? Like, we should be their bar for excellence in everything, but specifically we're talking about this, like in being active, being working out, like doing challenging things that like push your body to the limits. And I think, man, like, it feels like after doing like the workout on Saturday, like, it sucks doing it, but you just feel like you did something. You feel like you like accomplished something that a lot of us didn't want to do, like in the morning, you know. And I think that's with anything, is like having that sense of accomplishment, like, and like seeing your body transition over time, physically, of course, like with working out, like you actually get to see the results of that. So yeah,
I love that like feeling of like being confident, like for your family. Like, if something comes up in your life, or like an event or anything with the kids, like, you're the one that's competent, like you can lead your family in that way. That feeling is amazing, and that transfers over to, like, I don't have any real goals coming up. I think I'll do that marathon with you this thing, but like,
you're doing
the having the ability to do stuff kind of on a whim, that it's awesome. It's like, oh, like, I'm not training for anything specifically. I'll still go on long runs and do stuff like that. But then when an event does pop up or something and you're ready for it, that's a huge why for me. For example, I've done the Timberline Trail twice, which is like 43 miles around Mount Hood, and it's not like a sanctioned race or anything. It's fun, super fun. So like, I don't think I'm gonna do that this summer again, but if I wanted to, I probably could, because I've just maintained that, and that's a really good feeling, you know, to just be competent, you know.
Paul, what's the end game look like for you? What's the goal?
End game. I haven't really thought about an end game, but the nearsighted goal, or I guess the upcoming goal, there's a High Rocks competition coming up this fall. So hopefully we can make it down. It's down in
Medford, right?
Medford, yeah.
We all do it?
I think that would be awesome. We could all do
We
it.
should.
Oh,
It's
all
partners.
of us?
It's,
Like,
yeah, it's partners, right?
what if
I
you
can
four
be.
did it and I like host a live on Instagram?
You could host a live while doing it. For yourself, we're going to get a GoPro.
That's why we got Eric.
Chest cam.
Yeah.
Eric will host the live.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
But I think
Or you can jump in
my
on
wife's
it.
going to want to do it as well. And so
That's awesome.
I'd probably do a partner workout with her. I mean, really, my wife is more fit than I am. She is highly motivated. Both her and I did college sports. But she is one of the main reasons I've continued to work out, is because she motivates me. And I know it's the same. It's likewise. But near term is High Rocks. Long term is continuing to just be physically fit. I want to be able to play with my grandkids. I want to be able to play sports with them. Right. I played soccer in college, and so I want to be able to teach them if they want to play soccer. I think, when it comes to a long-term goal, the Bible verse here in 1 Corinthians 6:19, where Paul's specifically talking about sexual immorality, but he specifically talks about our bodies in a way where it says, "Or do you not know that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God? You are not your own." And a few things come up with that, where your body is a temple, right? That is a statement. That is who you are. This verse is specifically talking about fleeing from sexual immorality, but we can also glean from that your body is a temple. A temple has a specific use, and it was used for that use. And so we are here to glorify the Lord with our body. And I think one way is to maintain physical fitness throughout our lives, right? Not to just stop at a certain point where we get too old and, oh man, I'm just not meant to do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, we are here to be the hands and feet of Jesus. And if we can do that while we work out, if we can invite people to our workout, if we can show them that we love Jesus, we love the Bible, and we love people.
Yeah.
Right. And we can all have a passion for working out and show that to them. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's what our body is for.
I love how much of the Bible you're actually referencing and pulling into this. I did pull up chat and get some of the basic, and you're hitting on the points. But yeah, long term for me is maintain a healthy body. We are the hands and feet, and we're not supposed to be immobile. I think society today is so soft, and we want to be so comfortable. It's a lot easier to sleep in, but you have to lie to yourself. If you sleep in, you have to. There's that voice in there that's like, that wasn't right. I should have been out there. So we've been getting good at lying to ourselves, I think. Yeah, so staying fit for the grandkids, especially. Currently, my girls love being Dad, throw me in the sky high.
Yeah.
And so,
How high can you throw your kids?
oh dude, wife cringes.
I can attest to this.
Get
Just
the
throws
cringe.
his kids high. Just like
I used to do that with
Yes.
my son, but both my
Do
girls
throw
were too
up
scared.
and do a burpee.
Yeah.
My son, when he was one,
Get a land
we have a
on you.
picture of me and 4 other dads in a line throwing
Yeah.
our kids.
You were the
Yeah.
highest.
No, Kaipo. I mean, if you know Kaipo,
Oh.
Yeah.
he launched his kid to the moon. But
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you catch him?
yes, can confirm the child was caught.
Yeah, that's good. My 6-year-old went through a phase where she got scared.
Yeah.
But then when the 2-year-old started doing it again, she's like, okay, all right. And so
That's
I never
classic.
dropped them or nothing. So
Yeah.
she I didn't lose trust, but I think she became aware of the consequences of if things happen. But yeah, so for me, it's like they love that. And
Yeah.
so I want to get stronger because, again, they're getting heavier. I got to get stronger to keep doing it as
She's
long as
13
possible.
and you're still.
My 10-year-old
If
wants
I
me to
can.
do it.
You're
Yeah.
My 10-year-old.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so heavy.
Yeah.
I'm already my
It's near 100 pounds.
my 8-year-old is.
You have to watch the feet because when you do this, they bring their feet up.
Mm.
Yeah.
Kick,
Yeah.
dude. Yes.
Yeah.
Or dude, my 3-year-old, he'll like be holding on to my sleeve.
Yeah, hold on to
You try to
something.
throw it, I'm like, let go of my sleeve.
Yeah.
Let go.
So you throw him, it just
Yeah.
like flips him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, my wife the other day, I don't know why, the kids decided that they wanted to see how many of them I could carry. And
Yeah.
so I had Maddie on the front, Chloe on the back, Marcus on top of her, and then I held Justine as well.
No way.
So I carried the whole family, and my wife was like disturbed. She's like, it's weird how strong you are. Like, you didn't actually know that you could like carry the whole family
Carry the boats.
up the stairs.
And the logs.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's awesome.
I feel like working out for me is just suffering. Like it's constant suffering, and I keep hearing about the flow state and the endorphins and all the cool stuff that happens to some people, but I still haven't experienced it myself. Like, it's never felt.
You're in the grit
Better.
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
You have
it's
to
grit.
get broken.
You're getting through the mental fitness. Yeah, I think
Once your mind breaks.
I think what that is though is like if men or we or anybody watching this can find something that they can do consistently.
Yes.
It's like don't expect yourself to go from nothing to working out 5 days a week for an hour at a time.
Yeah.
Start working out 3 days a week for 15 minutes. Like find something you can do consistently and you can show up every time, and then like as that repetition comes and you get used to that, then you can extend the time, you can add another day, like find something you can do consistently.
Yeah. You don't need to get like 100% better every day.
Yeah.
It's like 1% every day, even less than that. Just a little bit better every single day, consistently over a long period of time.
Yes.
Does wonders.
Yeah. I was saying those the 40 push-ups a day. When I started working out again, 40 a day made a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's about 60 seconds. So you can
Yeah.
start with baby steps.
Yeah. And it kind of shows that your body wants it.
Yep.
Like, because you're
Absolutely.
doing 40 push-ups a day for a month, you start to see your body change.
Mhm.
You're like, whoa, didn't seem like a lot, but you're like, your body has an appetite to be in shape.
Yeah, well, and another way of like measuring that too is maybe you don't start to like look that much different, because that's really hard to like tell. Just if you're looking in the mirror, you know, doing 40 push-ups, but over a month, those 40 push-ups are going to feel a lot different.
Yeah.
Like at the end of
Yeah.
that month, I did that with pull-ups. So it's like doing, X amount every single day and for a year. And by the end of the year, man, it's completely different.
Yeah. There's a kid have you guys seen Ethan? I think it's Ethan Bernard on Instagram.
Yeah.
He started like a month ago, and he's 630 pounds. And all he does is he's like, I'm just going to walk. I'm just going to guarantee I'm going to walk 10,000 steps every day. He's lost 140 pounds already. So he's right on the cusp of going under 500 right now.
Well done.
And like within a month, he's gained like, I don't know, 100,000 followers and all this stuff. And everybody's watching him. And he's, getting rhythm. So like famous Instagrammers are sending him the watch to help him count steps.
Yeah.
He used Jocko Fuel.
Yeah.
To do it, and they've already partnered with him.
No way.
Now he's got a video with Jocko, like announcing that he's fueled by Jocko Fuel.
That's funny.
So it's like what you're talking about, just starting with something. It's just like he was like, I'm gonna start walking, and then recently he got a strength coach nearby, and he started doing some ropes and stuff. And it's like everybody's like, the comments are like, Instagram comments are never good. His comment section is the most positive thing I've ever seen.
Amazing.
Everybody's
That's
just like, you got it, dude. It's a lot of fun.
If we're bringing people up, I'll bring up Matt Fraser. He's world's fittest man. I don't know how many times. Eric, can you look that up?
Well,
how many
it's
times?
second only to Rich Froning.
Well, Rich Froning was 10 times. I mean, I know you got into the storm. I like Matt Fraser.
Hard work pays off. They're not going to sponsor us now.
No, well, I mean, they might, they may not, but
Mayhem might.
Mayhem might.
Anyways, keep going.
No, Matt Fraser, that's what he said. I mean, when he is one of the fittest men in the world, arguably one of the most fittest men in the world.
For sure.
He had mentioned the best workout you can do is the one that you actually do.
Yeah.
That you can do consistently. He said
that's
it doesn't matter if it's 15 minutes, it's 20 minutes, but you're doing something, and especially even if it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes, if you're doing that daily, you're creating discipline and you're getting your mind into a rhythm, and you're talking about trying to get into that flow state. There's a point where your mind, that soft part in your mind just breaks, and you're like, I could do this.
Yeah.
Like my body hurts, everything hurts. Your mind is amazing. The way God created our mind is to be resilient and to be able to bounce and be able to push through things that we never thought we could. And there's a portion in your brain that if you are an athlete and you're doing things that you don't want to do, you're waking up early in the morning, you're being consistent, you're like, I don't want to go work out, but I'm going to go work out. There's a portion of your brain that actually grows. It grows like a muscle versus people who don't have that resiliency, people who aren't getting up, who are staying
Wish there was a
soft
for this.
That portion of the brain is really, really
grit.
small.
Something like grit.
To your point, like, I think if you go 120% for a day or 2 days, you're gonna burn out, and then there's that atrophy that comes when you don't you burn out in a week, and then you don't do something for a month, and you're further behind than you were when you started.
Yeah. Do you want to be a firework or a campfire?
Yeah, it's just like do the least to start, something like you said, that you can actually accomplish, and see what that's like. Like I know what you said. Like, I loved the ability to be able to sign up for something because I'm already in shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think the other thing that can be said is if you're like trying to find motivation for working out, sign up for something that's 6 months away or 8 months away, and let that be your goal.
Yeah,
right.
100%. I do the same thing, even though like I don't have any official races I've signed up for, but I have to set those like micro goals.
Yeah.
In order to stay motivated.
Yeah.
They're like, so you gotta have something to reach for. So that's what I do. Like I made a plan for myself on like I set a time goal for a half marathon, which is like 90 minutes, and I built a plan for like a 6-week plan to get under this goal.
So I keep going back to suffering because right now I'm in the suffering stage. So suffering is what I keep going back to, and it reminds me obviously of Romans 5, verse 3. It says, "Not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. And hope does not put us to shame, because God's love has been poured into our hearts through the Holy Spirit, to whom it has been given."
Put that on a t-shirt.
I know, man. Like
Etc.
Such a good one.
That and the fruits of the spirit, etc.
The nice
That's
thing
a joke
about
t-shirt. This one's like a serious,
For real.
like,
the nice thing about not reaching the flow state is that I'm staying in the suffering longer. So at least right now, I'm like,
You're building that mental.
rejoice in suffering.
100%.
Rejoice in suffering. So on Saturday mornings, I'm rejoicing in suffering. that
Together,
I'm enduring. Yeah, and I think the community, going back to the brotherhood of last time that we talked about, there is something to just, it's me and the boys suffering together, you know, and it is encouraging. That's why I think it's not good that men were alone. Like we're supposed to be around these others that can encourage us along. So let's close this out. For all the listeners out there, let's each one give a quick encouragement to the listeners who are wherever they are in their journey. They could be, striving for new levels of fitness, or they could be on the couch, 630 pounds, ready to lose some weight. What is an encouragement that each one of us can give? Cam, you want to get us started?
Yeah, it's just start where you are. It does not have to be crazy complicated. So often we build this in our mind like it has to be perfect, has to be all. It doesn't. Just start, and that one step is gonna lead to a second step. And so it's like, yeah, set your goals, but honestly, I see so many people out there that are they're lacking in physical fitness, and if they knew how much better your life could be. Like, there's so much more comfort when you can bend down easily, right? People have lost these basic skills. I don't even want to call it skills. The essentials, getting them off the ground, right? But just start, and then that's gonna spark something in you.
Yeah, I think about like what society and our culture has enabled us to be. It's like, for whatever walk of life you are, whether you're overweight or whatever the case is, it's like there's an embrace in culture to enable the behavior, and the last thing we want to do is enable ourselves to stay in that place. And so like finding something again that you can do consistently. Start small, but like we talked about last week, I feel like being accountable to somebody, even if it's just your spouse, even if it's just a coworker, like whoever you maybe even see that is like remotely in shape or does something active, like if you can get around that person and just be like, hey, can I share my workouts with you, or can you ask me how I'm doing? Like, find somebody that you can be accountable to for like whatever workout or exercise you want to do. Because again, going it alone, like if nobody's checking in on you, nobody's gonna know, nobody's gonna care. Then eventually you're gonna be like, well, it's just not me. And don't give yourself the title or like, that's just, I used to be athletic when I was in college, or I used to do sports in high school. It's just like, I don't have time. Like, think about that phrase. I just don't have time for that. It's like, you gotta make time. Whatever time that is, you got to make time. It's going to be a sacrifice. It's going to suck. It's going to hurt. But there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. Take it one day at a time, too. Yeah. So, like, set your long-term goal. Those are really important because it helps you with, forecasting what you want your future to look like. Mm-hmm. But once you have that goal set, don't start thinking about, a month out, 2 months out, 3 months out when you're working. Because it's small, consistent, like little wins that are going to get you there. So if you're just looking at your gains from one day, you're not going to see anything. Mm-hmm. So if you start thinking, oh my gosh, like this is getting me nowhere, like where am I going to be in a month? Just one day at a time. Yeah. Just keep doing the thing over and over consistently. Keep doing it, it'll compound. So
yeah. I think not doing it all at once, right? Like everybody has this grandiose idea of, dieting, working out, getting your life on track with a certain schedule. Start with one. Be consistent in that one and start moving, right? And I think dieting and working out can go hand in hand, but don't be so strict on your diet while you're just starting to work out to where everything feels like it's just like too constrictive. Everything's falling apart, right? So just pick one thing that you're going to say, this is exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to stay consistent in that. If you want to start changing your diet as well, take a few things out. Don't throw the whole ship overboard. Let's start Let's get consistent.
Baby steps.
Yeah, baby steps.
Baby steps.
I do
baby.
want to touch one more on you're talking about suffering and like I'm suffering a lot right now. But that's kind of the point. Good. Yes, like
You deserve it.
I mean,
I mean, that's a different topic, but we do. We do deserve
that's
it.
true, but that, I mean, you're building endurance, yes, but you're also building up mental strength here, mental
Yeah.
endurance. Because even those of us who do work out a lot, still sucks, still suffering. There's no flow state in CrossFit.
No.
Maybe when
Right.
you're doing a marathon, you get in a flow state, but your CrossFit kind of things, there's no flow state. It's
You
just-
marathoners are weak losers.
Yeah.
Who
Absolutely.
pays somebody else to go running?
Yeah. But I just want to throw that tip
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Solid.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed this, feel free to join us as we all are at various levels and various points of the
Suffering.
of the suffering. We're at various points of the suffering. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share this with somebody else who you think might be encouraged by this. That wherever you are, you can start now. And so, thanks for joining us. This is God, Gains, and Grit. We'll see you next time.